Good morning. It is 10 a.m. on the East Coast here in America, and I'm so happy that you've decided to join me for day one. I told you I was going to come from my bed. Well, not live, but I decided to make these videos so that everybody could follow them, and I have my cup of coffee, I'm in my pajamas, and no makeup, because this is not what this challenge is about. It's not about putting a filter on everything. But yeah, today is an exciting day because I realized yesterday when I watched the video that so many of you support me in this, and it makes me feel incredible. And I just wanted to thank you all so much for all the comments that I got and all the private messages. And I woke up today feeling so much better than I did yesterday because I realized that I am a part of something bigger. There is a purpose to this. And I also realized that I'm not alone. And that made me feel so much better this morning when I woke up. Because I was like, we can do this together. And I also, something very interesting that I noticed about myself is I went and rewatched the video that I did yesterday. Yes, I'm one of those people. I'm like, I would love to see how I sounded because it was so impromptu. And I went and rewatched it and I was like, oh, Mika, you said like 500 times. Like, people are going to think you're an idiot. You're incapable of finishing the 50 days. How are you ever going to get anybody to do this with you if you can't even speak properly? And it's just like amazing how those automatic thoughts just came up. And it was so much easier for me to see the negative instead of the positive. And I realized that that is what the next 50 days will help me with, to, reframe those negative thought patterns and those deep-rooted beliefs that I have. Because by taking charge of these negative thought patterns, it eventually is going to break those schemas that I have about myself. And so last night I sat and I thought about it and I was like, you know what? I'm going to stop, challenge, and choose. Dr. A talks about stop, challenge, and choose, and I believe that that's very, very rooted in CBT thinking. So stop. Okay, what is the thought that you have? Okay, so I think that people think I'm an idiot because I say 500 times in one video. Then challenge. Is that thought a fact? Or is it something that's in your mind? So what else could there be? What other thoughts could there be that would be more positive than the one that you're currently thinking? So it would be, maybe nobody noticed that I said 500 times, or maybe I noticed because I'm just always hard on myself. And another thought could be, who gives a shit? Okay, what difference is it going to make? So which of those thoughts are going to propel me forward? Because the one that I'm currently holding about people thinking I'm an idiot because I say 500 times is not going to propel me forward. It's not going to make me reach my goals. So that's why I go, all right, I'm going to choose, maybe no one noticed. Maybe I am capable of doing this. Maybe people don't give a shit. So I can use all of those thoughts and go, yeah, I'm going to go with that. I am not going to let what I believe about myself, because no one else has told me that they think I'm an idiot. So I'm not going to let what I believe about myself affect how the next 50 days are going to go. Because if I let every single little thing that I hold as true in my mind, even though I have no evidence to suggest that it is, if I let that get to me, I'll never complete the 50 days. I'm going to fizzle out, I'm going to be inconsistent, and I don't want that. I'm done with inconsistency in my life. So I'm very excited about today. I forgot yesterday to tell you about this, but I want everyone, since this is day one, you can still go out and do this because you don't have to complete the exercise right now, right here with me. But I would love for everyone to go out and get themselves a journal that they really like to look at. I think journaling is a very, very important part of mental health. Sometimes it's no fun, I can admit. A lot of therapists have said to me, oh, just buy a journal and just write down your thoughts. And I'm like, ain't nobody got time for that, really. I'm not feeling well. The last thing I'm going to do is pick up a pen and write on a piece of paper about how I'm feeling. Okay, so there you go. But when you're in the mindset, I know that I'm currently in, where I'm like, I'm going to take action. I'm in a good enough place today to say that I am going to take the action now, so that one day when I'm not in a good enough place, I have these tools that I've built that I can fall back on. So get yourself a nice looking journal. Thank you to JC. He got me this one by Grant Cardone. And it is based on the 10x rule, the 10 by rule, I guess it's called. But it's really cool and I like it because it's colorful, it's fun. And then also get yourself a pen. So I stole this from JC. It says JCD on there, so JC Dornick, I have your pen. You're not getting it back. Gold, I love gold. So I have those two things. That gets me excited in the morning to do the following exercises. So anyway, let's get to exercise number 1. Also something I would love for you to go out and get his book, Dr. Gillihan. So I'm going to put a little image, or I'll put the link to his Amazon, and because you can buy it on Kindle, which makes it just so cool because you can make notes in your Kindle and everything. Although I do think there is something to be said for actually physically writing on a piece of paper. So I will tell you where to find his book. And what he has done is he has created this 7-week program, which I like to call 50 Days to Healing, because yesterday was technically day 1, but now we have 49 days of working through his exercises. And every single week, I have divided up into 7 pieces. So today's exercise is all about the question, what brings you in? So what is your why? Like, why are you coming in? Therapists, I've been in therapy for a decent amount of time, and therapists always ask you, that's the first thing. So what is it that brings you in today? Like, tell me what's going on. Very, very interesting question, because it's sometimes difficult for ourselves. It's difficult for us to be honest with ourselves. So it's not such an easy question if you think about it. And my challenge to you today is to really go and sit with that. Why is it that you want to partake in this 50-day to healing challenge? What is it that you want to change? What is it that you want to work on? And so what he says here, so there are, I think it's like 4 questions that we have to answer. You can write it throughout the day in your journal. You can change it. Things change. You can scratch it out. You can be like, actually, I think this is more something that I want to work on. So don't feel like everything is set in stone. But what compelled you? That's question number 1. What compelled you to join this challenge? How long have you been dealing with these issues? How often do they come up? So is it something that affects your relationships or even your relationship with yourself? And then why now? So what made you decide that it was time to take action? So you don't have to, write an essay. Just write down those things. But remember that no one is going to see this journal. This is yours, and I want you to keep it private, because some things are, when we share it with ourselves and we hold that as our truth, that doesn't need to be revealed or splurged out on social media, sometimes it's more effective. That's how I feel about it. So when you have this journal that only you can see, be as brutally honest as you have to, because that is what this exercise is about. It's not about us dilly-dallying, sugarcoating anything. I want us to be very, very real in this so that we can be successful. So here are the questions again. What compelled you to join this challenge? How long have you been dealing with these issues? How often do they come up? And why now? What made you decide that it was time to take action? All right, so that is day 1. Please know that you can reach out to me anytime. I love the fact that we're doing this together. I promise I do wear makeup sometime, okay, during the day. I don't always look like this. See, there's the thought coming up again. Oh, people are going to think I don't take care of myself, which is nonsense. It is morning and I love to work from bed. So that's why I don't have the makeup on yet. So I hope to see you all again tomorrow for day 2. Good luck with day 1. You don't need luck because you already have everything within you that you need. And I am excited to be on this journey with you. See you tomorrow.